Hello all, my name's Adam. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about my long bull thesis on one of the my favorite long-term growth plays that I like, and this is Electromechanica Vehicle Corporation, ticker symbol SOLO. And this stock at one point today shot up by over 10% to about like $7.30. However, this stock reached a high of like $13 on one day. I believe it was this day, and then it went back down, pulled back by over 40%, and I got in when the stock was around $6, okay? And I believe this is a good long-term bet, all right? And Solo is another electric vehicle company, which has one product that's going to be in available for mass production in the coming year, and two more specialized vehicles, which we're going to go over, and we're going to talk about why I like those vehicles so much, okay? But the main reason why the stock jumped today was because of a price target upgrade. So two analysts from Stifel, Nicholas, and Collier Securities have a price target of $9 and $7.50 respectively, which even represents a pretty significant upside from the current price of $6.92. And so that's why we're seeing a nice appreciation in the share price, okay? If only people listen to all these ratings on Kirkland Lake Gold of like $84 when the company's sitting at like 50 something dollars right now. Of course, I own some gold stocks as well. So anyways, back on track, we can see that Electromechanica vehicle stock jumped by 10% because one optimist analyst predicted 25% sales growth for 10 straight years, okay? And the risky side of this is, of course, it's a relatively new company, and it's a cash burning machine at the moment. Okay, so this company is losing more than $28 million and is burning through more than 16 million in cash over the last year. All right, and versus a revenue of just about $600,000. Okay, according to some data. And so most analysts who track the stock don't anticipate Electromechanica to produce any appreciable profits at all before 2024 at the earliest. All right. Um, and of course, okay, so what is Solo? What is their business proposition, and how are they unique in a business market where the dominant players are something like a Tesla and a Neo, which are already more established, whereas Solo has a market cap of like 550 million. Okay, and the main flagship product that this company boasts is the inexpensive Solo. It costs about 18,500 US dollars, and it's a commuter vehicle. And this company is quoting that about like 76% of people travel to work in a personal vehicle. And so, therefore, there are several seats being left open that are not used every single day. Okay, so it's a waste of resources, it's a waste of gas. And when you have a small car like this, it's easier, it's more environmentally friendly since it's an EV vehicle and it again takes less electricity and it's cheap. Okay, so this is why I like this company, is because this is the flagship product, and I think it offers a unique solution to people commuting to and from work. Okay, and again, this car is going to cost at around $18,500, being available next year, and they're doing targeted advertising to niche markets, again, like in California, San Francisco, etc. Okay, so again, I really like this company, and it's manufacturing in China with a strategic partner um, in Chongqing. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And so again, as soon as I believe that the flagship product, the Solo, is going to be out on the roads, and when they announce mass production, I think the stock might pop then. Okay, not to mention the Tofino, which again looks really really cool. That's hopefully going to be put into production in the next year or two. Again, this is more their sports car with starting price at $50,000 US. And finally, they have their e-Roadster, which they're mainly partnering with Intermechanica, a subsidiary of Electromechanica. Um, and this is more, again, like a hip vehicle, again, another electric vehicle, to give that more vintage feel, but also revolution in a revolutionary way by providing it as an electric vehicle. Okay, and finally, this is going to the start price is going to be 124,000 US dollars. Okay, and I actually do believe that they did produce already three of the vehicles, if I'm not wrong. Okay, however, of course, there are some positive and negative comments towards Solo. Okay, one is, of course, this huge upswing in the price where it was over $13 wasn't healthy. Again, and that's very very true. And so a lot of investors came out of the stock, and now it's back down to a healthy, I would say $6.50. Okay. Again, some videos from my comments by AJ Says have a bunch of, you can read all these comments. He has a bunch of negative things that he told towards Electromechanica, how they're not going to be profitable, how they're depending on the solo. And while I agree with many of the comments, I am banking on the position that um, they will be successful with their flagship product, as well as these two more unique markets in the Tofino and the e-Roadster. Okay, and so one of the concerns is that Intermechanica went bankrupt like 3 or 4 times down the road. However, this is a company that has been around since 1956, and we can see one of the products being that they're going to be delivering is the e-Roadster, of course, and Electromechanica um, owns Intermechanica. Okay, so I really, really like this, how they're really getting towards a unique market, and they have Intermechanica, which has been around since 1958. It's an Italian company. Okay, and one of my friends, David Modell, he also has a YouTube channel that you can check out. Agrees that the short sellers are wrong about Electromechanica vehicles. Okay, and again, one of the main reasons for the pullback of Solo was, of course, Citron Research, which is a short seller firm that doesn't pull any punches. Okay, and so again, let's look at their quotes. Okay, so first they said Solo is a complete joke with a $2 price target, and so where other EVs might be overvalued, this is laughable. Okay, under 6 million research and development, et cetera, et cetera. First to trade back to $2 when the frenzy is over. All right, and then they had a follow-up tweet where they said Solo is a EV trade for the real sucker, not one real institutional investor here. They had a going concern just a few weeks ago over 1 billion market cap. Okay, and now it's back down to 560 million market cap. Okay, and David says that he personally doesn't see having a market cap that's over 1 billion as being a bad thing, and he couldn't care less about whether institutional investors have gotten involved yet. It's not unusual for hedge funds to wait and watch on the sidelines as startup gains traction. Of course, because this is a risky play, more large-scale investors that want to invest large sum of money into companies like Solo, of course, need to wait before this company actually has some more real sales, right? And the reason why I got into this early is because I don't want to miss and wait out for a potential big run-up in the stock that often occurs when people wait on the sidelines, okay? Also, how much money does Citron expect a small startup to spend in a year on research and development? Considering Electromechanica's size, spending less than 6 million doesn't seem unreasonable to me. And finally, Electromechanica certainly isn't the only vehicle startup that hasn't had many deliveries yet. The strategy is to build a foundation now for strong sales later on, perhaps even in 2021. Okay, so again, David's arguing that the $2 price target is a bit rough, and is not, it's too harsh, right? And that this company is definitely not a joke. And I totally agree. Of course, I own some shares, so I'm bullish and I may be biased. And I like what they're doing again with Intermechanica. And we can see that in 2015, Henry Risner co-founded Electromechanica to start producing zero-emission electric commuter cars. So even with the e-Roadster, I like how this is a vintage car that provides a revolutionary experience by combining the vintage feel with also an electric components. Okay, so that's why I'm very, very bullish on Electromechanica, ticker symbol SOLO, and why I think this stock will definitely trade higher in the coming weeks, in the coming months, in the coming years, and I will not be selling my position. In fact, I might even add if the stock dips below, again, $6. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and you can check out a bunch of links down in the description below. One is to my Patreon, another is to start trading and get $10 off on Wealthsimple, which is a Canadian platform to invest in stocks commission free. All right, I'll see you next time, guys.